It's the SKOR North Twins Show.
All right, SKOR North Twins Show. Extra innings here from Target Field. Declan Goff. Twins wrap up a win over the Angels today. They wrap up a successful homestand. It's their first sweep of the season. Hell, it's their first 3-game winning streak of the season. A 5-0 victory over the LA Angels. Very successful sweep. Look, White Sox and Angels, you took 5 of 6. These are some lowly teams. So are the Twins entering this weekend, or entering this week's homestand, and they take care of business. They get a sweep of the Angels and a pivotal stretch now coming up for the Twins that we'll get into in just a bit here. As for a quick little series recap, hit that like button and subscribe button though here on the Extra Innings, or on the Twin Show YouTube channel. 5-star rating on Apple and Spotify also helps spread the word. Appreciate everyone who has consumed this channel and continues to support the SKOR North Twin Show. Hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't already to continue to do so. So yeah, Twins win 5-0 today. That first sweep, the first 3-game winning streak of the season. Obviously, I think the crown jewel today was Joe Ryan, who was magnificent in the win. I mean, just as filthy as probably we're accustomed to seeing him when he's been at his peak, but I mean, this was, in particular, a very incredible performance from him. The Twins needed it. Joe Ryan goes 7 innings, doesn't allow a run, so 7 shutout innings, 5 hits, 11 strikeouts. It was just the third time this season a Twins starting pitcher completed 7 innings of work. We talked a lot about how this team starting pitching in the beginning of the year and spring training was probably going to be its identity, but they've got some short starts. And Joe Ryan, who has 2 of the 3 starts of 7 innings, was magnificent today. 26 swings and misses on 98 pitches, including 18 on his fastball. The sweeper was also working really well for him. The wind, I think Joe said post-game that the wind was also kind of helping that thing move a little bit better than even he's accustomed to for it to go. So the 4-seam was good. You know, Joe's throwing even last year he mixed in that sinker and that sweeper a little bit more, or the splitter and the sweeper to kind of play off his fastball. And this year he's kind of gone back to some of the things he used to do when he first was up here with the Twins. And that's throwing even more fastballs. So he's throwing his 4-seamer at about 60% of the time. Last year at about 49% of the time. But he generates swings and misses. And I think the miraculous part about watching him is, I mean, you know, he's that fastball that he throws, you know, it's topping out about 95. It's sitting anywhere between 93, 94. And he gets a ton of swing and misses because of its release point, because of the spin movement. It's a very unique, deceptive fastball where we're in the age of power pitching, right? And Joe is still able to get swing and misses on a fastball like that is incredible. So it was a very promising outing for him. The Twins needed that type of outing. They're in the stretch here where I know they had the rain out on Thursday, so they kind of had like a pseudo, not an off day because it was 7 innings, but they won't have an off day for a bit here. They got 7 big games coming up on the road, and the Twins bullpen needed a rest, and it was just Joe Ryan who was shoving in 7 innings, and then Justin Topa finishes things out in the 8th and 9th. So kind of a nice thing where you don't burn Jackson to Ron. Then you got a big series against Cleveland. So a really good showing from Joe Ryan and the pitching staff to kind of finish off and put the final touches on a sweep of the Angels. Offensively today, though, I mean, took a little bit. Twins got on the board early. Ty France gave them a sacrifice fly, gave them a 1-0 lead. But the offense was quiet for the rest of the game, or for a good chunk of the game up until the point in the 6th inning. Angels have a couple miscues defensively. Twins take advantage of it. They get RBIs from Ryan Jeffers and Ty France again, which was obviously very encouraging that their offense was able to kind of get Joe's back. I mean, you could not waste a starting pitching performance like that Joe was able to provide today. So the fact the offense was finally able to break through with a 3-run 6th inning. And you know Carlos Correa. So Correa came into this weekend series against the Angels hitting well below 200, saying point blank that his swing sucks right now, not hiding, not trying to play off the fact it's just been unlucky. He acknowledges the swing sucks. And Carlos Correa then wraps up his best series of the weekend by far. He had 6 hits, I believe 7 total bases here this weekend against the Angels. raised his batting average to above the Mendoza line for the first time all season. He actually raised his batting average 46 points over these last 3 games with the Angels. Yes, he's hitting .213 over the 30,000-foot field. That's obviously still well below what we're accustomed from him, but hopefully a sign of things starting to turn for him. I mean, he needed it. He was batting second here in the series finale. He's been batting 5th and 6th over the course of this slump. But hopefully maybe a sign of good things to come for the offense. And Ty France, too. I mean, Ty France continues to get really good at-bats and still gives Twins really good at-bats with runners in scoring position. So, yeah, that's all super good stuff that the Twins offense was able to kind of get Joe Ryan's back. And, again, hopefully Carlos Correa is now also turning things around for good. So we'll see what happens there. Hit that like button and subscribe button here, though, on the Extra Innings YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone who has done so already. If you haven't, continue to support the SKOR North Twins Show. We have Trevor Plouffe every Tuesday. We'll have a State of the Twins on Monday to kind of recap things going forward for this ball club. Defensively today, I mean, Byron Buxton gets the day off. He's played in almost every game this season. But Harrison Bader gets the start in center field. And he made a game-saving catch there against, I believe, was it Neto? That really could have turned the tables for the Angels and gotten them back in this game. Or I think it was Tyler Ward who hit that ball. Bader makes an incredible diving grab in center field. This is what happens when you have 2 Gold Glove caliber center fielders in your arsenal and in your display. I mean, that ball was hit 108 off the bat, had an expected batting average of 760, and actually, if that ball was hit in the Angels Stadium, that would have been a home run. Instead, it's a diving miraculous catch from Harrison Bader, who has a big one there to preserve the lead and keep the Twins in front. Buck got the off day, so very big play there defensively from the Twins. You know, runners in scoring position, they had a lot of opportunities today. I think when you look at let's see here, today, I believe they came in, I have written down in my book, of course my book's all over there, Twins were 3 for 11 with runners in scoring position today. They were still around like 250, I think, over the course of this homestand, but they had a ton of opportunities as runners in scoring position. You know, you take 5 out of 6 wins any way you can get it, but still a lot of opportunities and probably areas they still can be a little bit better in. But, you know, can't really complain too much about sweeps and winning 5 of your last 6 and taking care of business at home. But now Twins begin probably their biggest stretch and toughest stretch of the season. They're going to hit the road. They're traveling to Cleveland here momentarily. They have 4 games in Cleveland, who is playing good ball, classic Cleveland Guardians. They got beat up by the Boston Red Sox today to wrap up. I believe they had a doubleheader on Saturday because Friday's game was rained out, but they have 4 games coming up against Cleveland, who kind of kicked the Twins' butt last year. I mean, the Twins had a doubleheader here where I believe they won both games, but outside of that, I mean, there was this, if you want to call it, 2 days where the Twins beat Cleveland all season last year, and now Cleveland, who is 15-12 on the season, about to be probably 15-13 by the time this one wraps up. But the Twins are going to get the Guardians for 4. They're going to get Boston, who at times has shown promise, but and has a really good offense. 148 runs scored in baseball. I believe that's the most in the American League this year. They have those 7 games on the road, and then they come back and they play the Giants, who have been awesome this year. So they have the Giants after that at home, and Baltimore, who's been very disappointing this year, but still no, I guess I wouldn't call it a pushover, maybe easier than expected, and a disappointing start for the Birds, but still a tough test for the Twins. So this is all good juju, right? They've won 5 of 6. They've kind of dug themselves out of the bad hole to start the year, and now after taking obviously 5 of these 6 games, the Twins are now 12-16, so they're 4 games under 500. These were 2 teams they needed to win both series against, but now they have a really tough stretch. Honestly, it's still kind of unfortunate the Twins weren't able to take advantage of the stretch that they were in, where they had the St. Louis Cardinals to start the year. They should have won a series against Houston. There's a lot of ifs, right? There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts right now for the 2025 Twins, but winning 5 of 6 is good, hopefully a good stepping stone, but they have to back it up, right? Like they have, if they can somehow come out of those 7 games even 4-3, I think I'd take that. If it's 5-2 or something better, I mean, okay, that's all great stuff. But those are going to be tough. I'm really curious to see what happens here against Boston and Cleveland after the series they just had against Chicago and LA. Got to be better with runners in scoring position still. Going to need some starters to go deep into games and obviously go from there. On the Royce Lewis front, he's having another rehab start today with the Saints. I believe he'll probably travel with St. Paul. The Saints are off on Monday before hitting the road for 6 games. I didn't hear anything about Royce joining the Twins just after 2 games in the minor leagues, and probably nor should he. But he did get an RBI in his second at bat for the Saints today. So probably, I still think the homestand when they come back to play the Giants is when we'll probably see Royce back with the Twins. I don't think he'll probably travel with the Twins. In fact, I think the schedule kind of aligns up where they want him to DH still with the Saints. They want him to play the field a little bit. So probably next homestand is when Royce Lewis will be hopefully waiting or making his return to the Twins. On Matt Wallner, he's in a hamstring issue just like Royce was, so he's in a tough spot. I think he's just kind of day-to-day evaluating until that swelling goes down and they can kind of figure out where they can push that and where they can't push it, etc. So yeah, that's kind of some of the roster updates. State of the Twins episode tomorrow, though, with Mackie Judd and myself. We'll have our favorite thing. We'll have a vibe check, our least favorite thing, plus a Trevor Plouffe Tuesday coming up. And we've got Timberwolves playing across the street right now for the playoffs, so some big things happening here at SKOR North. We just wrapped up our NFL draft coverage, which was a blast, plus the Wild are in the playoffs. They missed an opportunity to go up 3-1 yesterday, so we're chugging along. We're full steam ahead trying to keep up with everything, but stay tuned right here on the SKOR North Twins Show YouTube channel for anything Twins related. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, continue to support it. Thank you guys so much. Be talking at you on Monday for a State of the Twins.